Happy Monday. I know, before you start lecturing me, I'm sure I threw everybody's day off. I had to push the show back a little bit. But you got to do what you got to do. And I had to do it. So, busy household. Anyway, happy Monday. I should go back and change that thumbnail so it says afternoon coffee. But sorry if you guys got confused. I had to do it. Just had to. But anyway, welcome this afternoon. It's cold iced coffee this afternoon. How are you guys doing? You didn't miss it, Mary Jane. We're here. We're just running late. I'm running late. Okay. Let's see. All right. I'm glad you guys are in here. So, hi, Terry. Before we get started pulling cards for whatever you want, I want to share a little experience with you because I'm claiming the first question this morning, and I never ask cards on myself. So a couple of things happened to me the other night, and I'm still trying to put the pieces together of exactly what it meant. At one point, I woke up between 2 and 3 a.m., and I could see multiples of myself, which is scary, one's enough. But Lee was up walking around, and I saw multiples of him. Some were going extremely slow, in slow motion. And then it was like somebody, like I had a remote in my hand, and somebody was hitting rewind, and he was going backwards. And then the next time, it was like you hit fast forward, and it sped up, and he was quickly moving. It's like you're speeding up a movie or something. Could not for the life of me figure out what it meant, but it was showing me that I was seeing different realities. At least that's what I thought it is. But I'm going to pull cards just to see if I was accurate or not. Nadia made it. I thought you were going to be late. That's okay. I'm happy you're here. And then the other really cool thing that happened to me was I was walking through some grass, a grassy area, and I came upon this woman, and my heart and soul knew who she was. She kept changing. Her hair color kept changing. Her eye color kept changing. What she was wearing kept changing. And she smiled at me, and I just knew who she was in my heart, but didn't say the physical name. And so I know you got to say hi. Izzy says hi. I need to trim your bangs. You can't see, child. Anyway, so I went up to the woman, and she was telling me, she held my hands, and she says, what you're going through right now with the frequency of where you live is affecting you in many different ways. And she says, don't worry, when you move, it will get better. Yes, love.
So we want to go in April pool.
You have to talk to your mama about that. Okay, go talk to your mama about it.
Okay.
Sorry. Anyway, so she was just explaining to me that the frequency of where I live is really bad, and it's affected, and it's taken a lot. With the help of Nadia, we've worked on securing it to maintain the energy the best we can, but moving is going to change a lot. So she gave me a hug, and I started to walk away, and I turned around just in time. As she kept walking through this grass, flowers would pop up, trees would move and wave to her. And I turned around, and she just smiled, and she says, yes. She goes, you know me. I'm Mother Gaia. And I went, it's like I knew it in here, but it wasn't registering in here. Just thought I'd share that story with you. Anywho, let me turn my phone on here in case somebody tries to text me. But I'm going to pull cards first just to see kind of what I was dealing with when I was seeing different multiple realities or realms, so to speak, if that makes sense. But it was really cool to just walk with the presence who was representing Mother Gaia. It was just really neat. She presented the spirit of a person so I could relate to her. It was really nice. But I thought I'd share that. We haven't used the Gilded deck for a while, so we're going to use that today. You guys remember this. It's a pretty deck. It's colorful. So we brought it out of hiding. I've already pulled your oracles. They're all connected because I only do one deck at a time, and as I was stacking them up, Spirit's crazy because they all work together, which is a good thing. So I'm just going to start out by asking Spirit what I was experiencing, the best way they can explain it to where I can understand what was happening to me. In the meantime, if you guys have questions, put them in the chat, capitalized. You know how this works. I know Dragonfly, not 17, but my other Dragonfly, on Friday night, she had asked for a regular reading and I didn't get to it. And I made a note when I went back and edited. So, Dragonfly, if you're in here, honey, I'll do a basic reading for you if you want. And like I said, that's not my 17. That's my regular Dragonfly. My mod. Okay. All right. So what in the world, Spirit, was going on with me? The Jen just going crazy. We don't need multiples of me. But it was just like all these worlds were colliding. There were multiples. Just felt weird. Of course, I am weird. I'm so multi-talented that I did meditation today. And I don't remember moving during the meditation. By the time I came out of it, I had hurt myself. Because I'm just talented that way. Okie dokie. I feel weird doing this because I don't pull cards on myself, but shut the door, please. Thank you. Busy little critters. Excuse me. Well, these are really cool cards. It's nothing negative. Okay, so basically they're showing me it's good, but a little bit of a warning too, to show my full potential and strength. And this is beside of it, so it's well aspected, and that's the Hierophant, which is spirituality and realizing I'm coming into a higher light. And then, I mean, these are good cards. High Priestess, sharpening my intuitive skills to be able to look into different realms. You see because this is the veil thinning, so realizing I have the strength and ability to see beyond the matrix, whatever you want to call it. They do have a little bit of a warning because when the Knight of Cups comes in here, he's cautious and tread lightly kind of thing. Like, be careful. Don't get so far into it that you cross over into a different realm and can't come back kind of thing is what I'm getting. But it's a beautiful thing. And right underneath that Knight of Cups, which is kind of a warning, is the Nine of Wands. And that's like, if you try to do this too many times, it can make you feel beat down and wear you out kind of thing. So be easy. But other than that, these are celebration cards for the collective. That what I'm doing is to help not only advance my own spirituality, but to share the experience and how to master the ability to do it so I can teach how to do it if you wanted to know. But those are beautiful celebration cards. But I like the strength behind the High Priestess and the Hierophant. Wow. Okay. So hangman, and the way it's aspected in the confirmation, is reaching enlightenment on that level. There's multiple levels, but true enlightenment is way up there for full ascension. But hangman is enlightenment, spirituality, and realizing this is a leadership role. Emperor always represents a leadership. So apparently I'm the guinea pig to start doing this so I can start sharing it with you guys. I just thought it was kind of cool. So thank you for taking the time to let me pull cards on myself. That's kind of cool. Base card on that was the Fool card. Taking a leap of faith, just go for it. You want to go into another round, do it. Just be careful that you don't get stuck. So, okie dokie. All right. Is my other dragonfly in here? Anybody seen her? Because I'll pull cards. If not, I won't do it without her. I'll wait till she's on here. But that's okay. I thought it was cool too, JoJo. Thank you, Dad. Okay. Any other questions? Let's see. I think. Let me go back and see if I missed anything. Everybody's saying hi to each other. Got pop-ups on my computer. I'm trying to read through it. Y'all send some good love and energy to our Rocco. Bless his heart. He's still out there working on his pool deck. He's just working himself to death. You may be late if you'll be listening. Rocco, we send you energy and love, honey. Take a break when you need to. We can't have our Rocco down and out. Okay. All right, I don't see... Do I see anything? Dennis was in here this morning. I'm so sorry, guys, to throw off your day, but stuff happens. Okay. Yeah, he's probably sleeping. Dennis is up at night. You're welcome. I don't mind being the guinea pig. I've been one all my life. It's okay. You're welcome. Was I frozen, Deb? Uh-oh. That's not good. How's Kathy? I have not spoken with her. Is our Kathy in here, or has anyone else spoken with her? It's been a couple of days. Anybody else talk to her? We're still praying for her. Last time I heard, she was in good spirits. I hope that she maintains that. So, there must be some kind of a delay. It's irritating. I don't want to open the YouTube because I don't like all the echo and all that stuff. But does anybody have any questions, or you just showed up and said, Jen, you ruined our day. You just totally thrown us off. We can't even think of what we want to ask. There's our sweet ginger cakes. What you got, Jenny? You got a question? It will seem weird. Honey, who you talking to? What are you talking about? Here we go. Why can't I ever think of things to ask? I could add more thoughts, but I'm curious what Spirit will say about it. You have spirit brain fog. Welcome to the club. Yeah, as we go through, I'll ask the cards, but as we go through this ascension process and of enlightenment, it messes with the physical brain. It's like we know spiritually and in our heart what we want to ask, like our soul knows. But getting it from here to here is almost like, what am I trying to say? I can't think of a question. Nadia and I call that spiritual brain fog. What's the soft stuff between shark's teeth? Slow swimmers. Excuse me. Funny, Terry. Haha. Yep, I agree. I'm going to put a cough drop in. My throat has been a little irritated today because I had a sage tube. I'll get to you, sweet ginger cakes, I promise. I had a sage thing break apart and pieces fell all over the floor. Instead of using a broom to sweep it up, Kayla decided she would vacuum it up. Well, it hit the vacuum and the fumes came out And sage and dust together do not work very well, let's just say. And I started sneezing, and it's irritated my throat. I hate that. But it is what it is. It'll be okay. All right, sweet ginger cakes. What we got here? Speaking of sage, cleansed. I've got sage crumbs. Let's see what's going on with your spiritual brain fog. Why can't you ever think of nothing? Your brain wants a vacation. You could just tell everybody you're a genius and you know everything and you don't have questions. All right, let's see what is the hang up. Now this one's going to be for you in particular, but it may resonate with the rest of us as well. So let's see what Spirit says. Anybody else got spiritual brain fog? That would explain something. That explains it. Okay. So we got two things going on. Let me take this off the screen. A couple different things going on. One is a positive thing, and the other is something of the negative, and I'll explain. Simply getting to the point where your ascension is happening, you have victory over your spirituality, because this sits in the past. This is spirituality. That's a positive card in the way it's sitting. So this is growing so well with your enlightenment. And in the dead center of where you're at currently is the temperance. The temperance is about finding balance and being patient with yourself, because it's going from an earthbound 3D and you're going more into the spiritual, and it messes with your head physically. It's hard to come back down from a different 4D to 3D or something like that. Now, the reason I said because you're getting enlightened and you're moving and you're advancing with those cards, having victory spiritually, the enemy or the negative frequency does not like that. So the moon card comes in, and this is about causing confusion and illusion, brain fog. Because you know better spiritually that you got full of, like, I've got all kinds of questions. I want to know this and this and this, but when it comes here, it doesn't work. And right under that card is the thief of, that's the swords. 7 of Swords represents the thief of words and thoughts. So the enemy in the negative frequency is causing confusion in here, and you can't get it out here, if that makes sense. Now, you have some advice on the other side that says you manifest this, because the Queen of Pentacles, that's my sunshine, Miss Deb. Start manifesting and really focusing on it, even if you got to start writing it down. We do. I love the Ace of Wands. Okay, you're going to have to sit there and go, really, really, really need to bring this question out. What is it? So you're manifesting and making it happen. Sprig, go lay down. You're going to have to really concentrate a little bit harder. It's hard to bounce back and forth from dimensions. Coming back down here in 3D is not fun. I really get bad spiritual brain fog right after meditation, because it's like I don't want to come back down here. Well, your confirmation is good. It says don't worry about it. Don't lose sleep over this. It's going to be okay. The words, the thoughts will come to you, because the Fool comes in, and that's starting a fresh new beginning. So just start your manifesting part. Really start to concentrate on it. You have to go somewhere. Thank you, Mary Jean, for popping in. We're so glad that you made it. Well, hi, Miss Kathy. How are you, darling? All right. Sun's out today. But anyway, sweet ginger cakes, I hope that helps, honey. It just means that as you get enlightened and go to higher levels, it's harder to come back down here, and it messes with this 3D brain. Nadia says brain fart. Okay. Well, JoJo's got a question. Okay. Since it's right in front of me, I'm going to pop it up there. If somebody had one before this, I'll go find it. All right, JoJo. Is your oldest brother GHP? Is he an NPC? I'm assuming those are his initials. Okay. I know who you're talking about. Okay. Is he an NPC? Wow. A lot of private readings recently. People are asking that about loved ones because they can't figure out what's wrong with them. Maybe that's a bad way of putting it, but they just act a whole lot more different than we do. All right. All righty. Interesting. I shuffled and shuffled. These cards came in. So I did it just a basic spread. You find this interesting, JoJo. I don't get that he is. I think he chooses not to advance his abilities. And he made this decision when he was young, because that's a Page of Swords. He chose not to do this when he was young, because the High Priestess, now normally Major Arcana cards is a definite yes, but these are very spiritual cards because you also got the Temperance. These are spirituality. He's been spiritual since he was little. He just never wanted to explore it. But Temperance is about going from 3D to Ascension, and he's choosing not to. You see, if you pay attention, she's balancing two cups. One is earthbound, one's spiritual. And with the High Priestess, I think he likes the 3D, if that makes sense. I don't think he's an NPC. I think he just willingly, that's his free will, and he chooses not to explore it. I don't know how it makes you feel. Let me pull. Okay. His spirituality, the Hierophant comes in here. 5 of Cups. I don't think he likes it because the 5 of Cups is about depression and loss. It could be a barrier that's keeping him from being more spiritual. Because that's like being depressed. Because it's about emotions. I don't know if he's just, he won't allow himself to advance spiritually. Fascinating. Just checking the good and naughty list. What? Uh-oh. I know what side I'm on. So, JoJo, I hope that helps, honey. I think he's a very spiritual person. He just chooses not to. But there's a emotional side to him that feels like there's a loss. He just chooses not to. Some people just like the 3D. Looking out for himself. Well, I guess that would make sense too. You know, if he explored the spirituality, Joe, it'd be really good for him. Because I have a collective card in here, he'd be really good to manifest things for the collective. I think he's got a lot of talent. He just doesn't, he's keeping them hidden. Secretive gifts. That's kind of sad. Collective could use all the spiritual help we can get. But if he's looking out for himself, he's selfish and wants to keep those talents to himself, then You do you, boo. You know how we say. All right. You talk yourself out of asking the questions? Well, Jay, what are you doing? Out of asking things I have fear over. No fear. It lowers your frequency and messes more brain fog. Don't do that. No fear. Work on that. Work on your um what's the word I'm looking for? Talk about brain fog. Work on your knowing that your self-worth, you have no fear, and you can ask whatever you want to. I think, didn't we just mention it? Was it? I don't know. It was yesterday. How it came up. The only stupid question is the one that's not asked, or something like that. No, we talked about Nadia. Sovereignty. Terry, I was reading what you just said. You went for a swim today. You took a pee in the deep end. The lifeguard noticed and blew his whistle so loud almost fell in. You're a nut. We love you. All right, let's see. You got it, Kathy. YDYB. You do you, boo. All right. Tammy Lynn, are you asking this yourself? What is wrong with me? Is a good question. Yeah. Is there something physically wrong with you? I mean, I'll see what the cards say, but I can ask. Kathy, I haven't seen Rocco in here. He said he was going to be listening. He's working. He's working on his deck. Let me see. My phone was blinking. Oh. That would be my oldest son. He and his wife are building a house, and he just keeps me up to date with pictures. Like Buddha. They're on a roll. All right, Tammy. We'll just do a basic question and see if there's something wrong with you. I don't know if that's physically, emotionally, spiritually. We'll see what the cards say. Deb, you had a question, sweetheart? I just saw that. I have to go find it. Ooh. We need to do some spiritual cleansing on you, honey. Car alarm going off. It's not mine. I don't have a car here. And the one I do have doesn't have an alarm on it. I'm not worried about it. Tammy Lynn, you've got some past emotional and spiritual cords and attachments that you need to work on. And this is recommending that you become this person. Let me take this off the screen. Walking away from the past and starting a new beginning to become the independent empress. She's sovereign and she stands alone in her power and truth. Queen of Wands is changing, having the passion and desire to do it to begin with. The reason I say that is because in the past position card is the devil. Having spiritual chains and being stuck in a cage and spiritual cords. So it could be a generational thing. It could be something that you've experienced in your recent past. or as a child. But this is in the past, and that energy and frequency is hanging on to you, and it can make you feel not only physically ill, but just spiritually like you're stuck. So I think this has to do with the childhood, because the baby page comes in here, and it's a cup, which is mean taking caution. You'd be surprised of what you'll find out if you do some spiritual cleansing. You've got some attachments. If you could stay focused and not get distracted by things so easy, you could do this very quickly and you'd start feeling a whole lot better. But because of that past card, you've got some chains, what we call inner demons and attachments to you. If you clean that up, you'd be more focused and you would feel a whole lot better. This is something you need to fight for and be determined to do it. These are swords, so use the thought process, change your thought process, and also speak it and declare it. Then you're going to be the warrior to go get it, and that's determination. And the Queen of Swords is a fighter. She'll fight if she has to, but she prefers peace. But in this case, I think you're going to have to be the warrior and get rid of those attachments. So if there's something that you're hanging on to, a childhood trauma, it could be a past life issue as well. You're stronger than you're giving yourself credit. You have the Strength card. You're going to have to break. Strength is also about breaking chains. Have the strength to do it, because you see the chain around the lion's neck, holding on for dear life. Do not let that Devil card come in and have the strength. It's taking the strength from you because you feel like you're surrendered all the time. It's taking your truth. You've got to tell it who's boss. Okay? And if you can do that, I think things will change for you. I know Deb had a question. Let me get caught up with you down here. You knew it would say that. Thank you. Well, you're welcome. 333. Thank you, Terry. You are correct. All right, let me go find Deb's question. Oh, is this one it, Darlin? Or is that just one of them? You tell me if you had a different one. I'll go further back up the chat room. Well, let's do this one while we're here. Will your daughter Hannah be successful in moving to Hawaii? Hawaii? Wow. Well, we're going to manifest that she does if that's what she wants to do. And we're going to manifest that she can afford it, because that's a very expensive place to be. Happy for her. I'm not one to live on an island, but that's okay. If that's what she wants to do. Let's see. Some stubborn cards today. They don't like me changing the schedule. Some that are coming out as well. Okay, Deb. Who's she gonna have to work? Bless her heart. I wonder if she's always wanted to go there. She's worried about it, though. Okay. Okay. All right, let me take this off the screen. All right, I was analyzing it. That's what I got to do. Remember when I told you that it's going to take some money? Yeah, it's going to be about getting a job. The King of Pentacles is about, well, that's our Rocco. And he's Moo Moo. Well, one of them. Manifesting the finances that she needs, but I think this has to do with a boss and working of what she wants to do, even if she's her own boss. Now, this is not going to be easy. The reason I asked if she had always wanted to move to Hawaii is because the baby Page of Cups is in the past card. So recent past, it could just, she's been wanting to start over. This is something she's wanted to do, or she's just always had a desire to move there. This is going to have a lot of strain on her. It already is. This is her current position. It's causing her anxiety, and she's losing a lot of sleep over it. 10 of Wands is about carrying the burden. But also remember, 10s are about wrapping up and finalizing something. So if she's going to transfer jobs or start something new, the great advice, okay, use your determination. Knight of Wands is about being very determined to start a new plan. Okay, keep working. And here's your worker bee, and it's a pentacle card. The 8 of Pentacles is that's your worker bee. You're going to have to get all your ducks in a row and all your finances, but that is work, 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 work. Okay, but she's also going to have to use her spiritual faith to get this done too. Because if not, remember, this guy can also mean chaos. And since they sit beside each other, trying to get the money to do it can cause her spiritual and emotional chaos because she's this right now. She's going to have to manifest this. And since her mama's the manifester. All right, 2 of Pentacles, finding the right balance. And Pentacles represent money and time. Yep. This is the guy with the figure 8 in the other deck, and he's sitting here doing this. It's all going to be about timing and money for her. But if she's determined to do it, Knight of Cups says tread lightly. Just be careful. She will do it. She's just going to have to it's going to take a lot out of her. So, Deb, hope that answers your question. She can do it. Well, we're going to manifest that she does do it. So, Hawaii's on your bucket list. All right. Deb, your base card on that is the High Priestess. Help her with her intuition and her ability to manifest it. Okay? You can do it. The other base, right underneath that, they said pick it up. 10 of Pentacles. It's a treasure chest. Now, that's a gift. It can be a generational thing as well. But it's about overabundance of money, money, money. Okay? It'll be all right. You're welcome, honey. Nadia, you're a nut. Just bought a book about anti-gravity, and I can't seem to put it down. She's a Taurus. Well, that's all you need to say. She's stubborn and bullheaded, then I guarantee you that. Your question's right behind Deb's question. Okay. Hold on. Deb's just wanting to teleport to see Hannah if she goes. Boy, that'd be fun. Traveling occupational therapist? Wow. Nice. I'm looking at you. I'm slow. Right behind it. Am I going in the wrong direction? I see the comment where you about wet your pants. Okay. Yeah, Sweet Ginger Cakes, I just saw your comment about that fear of asking the questions. You are correct. Nadia, am I just blind in one eye and can't see out the other? I must be. Did I miss it? I think I went too far up. Spirit coming in my door. Terry needs supervision. Probably. Don't we all? Right behind Debs. I'm just blind, Nadia. What? Your question's right behind Deb's question. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. She just had to retype it, or I didn't see it. I don't know. Did some of us go through the 3 days of darkness? Ooh. Maybe that's why I was one of the reasons I was so glitchy the other night. Could have been. Good question. Some of us? All right. We'll just do a yes or no, and if they tell me to pull some more, I will. Some weird moon energy going on. We had black moon, and then there's something else going on tonight. Some kind of weird glow around the moon. I don't know. I haven't dug into it too much. Oh, that's a new question? I'm slow, Nadia. I have to crack the whip. Spiritual brain fog. All right, we'll do this one, then you retype the other one. Okay. Yeah. Some did. And it was a really good thing for us. King of Pentacles is about this is a generational card, so I'm wondering if it was certain select people in their generations. Curious to know this people who manifested it as well, because it's about manifestation, but generational. And then the definite yes on this is yes to create balance. Justice is always about finding balance. We may not always like the answer of how justice is served, but it's always a balance card. So this was in order to find balance in our life. Now, it's interesting that the third card is the Knight of Swords, because he's a warrior charging forward because he's looking for truth. And I think those that chose it and manifested really had to say and agree that they wanted to do it, because swords are about words and contracts. And interesting. It's also an alliance card. If you want to talk about Galactic Federation and that kind of stuff. And then the Emperor comes in, great leaders. Now, he can represent Mr. T, but he can also represent gurus or ascended masters and that kind of stuff. So I think if you're on the right level, those who were spiritually ready to do it, I think they did. Unfortunately, a lot of people got robbed out of this, because that's a thief card. So I don't know if that's just a one-time event. I don't know. I used to get into all that stuff, and it got all so jumbled up and garbled, I just quit exploring it. Okay. So even some may think they did, but the moon comes in, and that's an illusion. And it causes confusion. I think some may have done it for good balance, but others got robbed of it, but they may think they did, but they really didn't, if that makes sense. So some, yes, I guess you just have to find an equal balance. But the final confirmation on that is the Ace of Cups. If you were emotionally ready, you did. All these moons in here. I wonder if it had to do with that black moon that we just had. Because it was supposed to change the energy. See the blackness of the moons, and of course the moon card is in here, and I'm like, I wonder if this has to do with the moon. Or the energy of the moon. Like over the weekend or something. Curious. All right, base card on that, Six of Wands. That means whoever did go through it came out with victory. So, okay. There you go. Here's this is the one you retyped, I'm assuming. Okay. Being that we have to forgive and release old baggages, do we have to forgive ourselves and others for past life wars on this planet and other planets? I mean, I think we'll ask the cards, but I think if you do an overall in general forgiveness, not only for yourselves, but anybody else in the whole universe, because if we took them individually and stated the person's name, if you even know their name, it would just have to be a general forgiveness meditation kind of thing, because that's a whole lot. You'd still be doing it until your next life. In general, let's just see. We'll go see. I think anytime you have frequencies, energy coming from forgiveness, it raises our vibration. So I'm sure it can't be for anything bad. Anytime we can cleanse that stuff, it's good for us. That would have to be pretty in general. Well, that's a lot. All right. Let's see. Wow, that's a busy card today. I'm doing more than 3 card because they said keep pulling. Okay. All right. So it's emphasizing in this pull that anything that came crashing down, like the wars, anything that happened that brought chaos and destruction, should you do forgiveness for yourself and everybody else in general? Yes, that's a huge Ace of Wands. You should have the desire to do that. Manifest it, make it happen. King of Pentacles comes back in here. Rocco's busy, busy, busy today. Yeah, manifest that, and this is a generational card, so just get it in your spiritual thought process of, because you can't name them all, it's almost impossible. I forgive myself of all past generations, and anybody in a generational curse is what you're trying to, I hate to use the word curse, but negative karma energy or anything like that. Yeah, because he's a generational card, and this is about giving back to humanity. This is a humanitarian effort. Do right, because you can reset the bar, so to speak, by starting humanitarian things. And you're correcting that energy. And this is what you can do because you're manifesting things. And then the Queen of Swords, just speak your truth as well. Speak the forgiveness and the peace that the Queen of Swords represents. To make peace. And you're just kind of fixing it with humanitarian card there. So that's a good thing. Well, that's a beautiful card. And the way it's aspected, he's not a trickster. Okay. The Magician's about ascension and spirituality and reaching a different level. If you do these things, it'll help you ascend faster. And not only does it help with the frequency, it helps humanity, it helps you, but it helps with your ascension. Yeah. So there you go, Nadia. Hope that helped. Yeah, forgiveness in general. Just in general. You don't have to name them, but just overall forgiveness. Yep. Yep, yep, yep. All right. Who has a question that looks like a secret code? Uh-oh. Oh, Oh, Kathy had one too. All right, let me get it. So, Sister Kathy, she wants to know if her PET scan will show more problems. That's a basic yes or no. Let's take a look. Basic yes or no. Show more problems. Well, we're going to manifest it doesn't. I'm sorry you asked it 3 times. I only saw it once. Like I said, I'm blind in one eye. I can't see out the other. It's hard for me to concentrate. And the way it's written, when they're capitalized and stuff, or have a big Q, or you write the word question, those catch my eye easier. That's why I always say if you could capitalize or do it, it helps me out. I'm sorry I didn't see it. Cards flying across the desk. According to Spirit, no. I'll just show you these pretty cards because the Six of Wands means victory. That's great success. I win. 9 of Cups is a celebration. Cheers. I am not getting, and that has to do with you've been working on your spirituality and your enlightenment. You're manifesting. Now, he can also be a little chaotic and tricky, but I think your spirituality has helped you. You've got 2 great victory cards. And don't panic when you see the Tower card all come crashing down, because remember, the Tower also means big changes. So, and the way that sits there is this guy's here and this guy's here. I think your spirituality changed your situation because now you have all these beautiful cards. You've been manifesting and cleaning it up. I know that all the prayers up from the collective and manifesting and healing and work has helped. 10 of Cups, that's wishes being granted. I'm not getting that you're going to get bad news from that, Kathy. So amen and amen. So it is and so let it be. You know what I'm saying? All right. All right. They said pull one more. 7 of Pentacles. That's standing back and waiting to see what happens. What have you manifested? That's the dude in the other deck, the Rider-Waite deck, who's leaning on his hoe. Lean on your hoe. And just wait. You manifested this. I think you're going to be all right. So praise the Lord. All right, then. Anything else? Yip, yip, yippee. You said pee? What? Pee. Pee. Naughty as a nut. As long as I ain't running down your leg. Be all right. I agree, sweet ginger cakes. Mind over matter. Tell your body it's healthy. And it is. All right. Guys, I've gone almost an hour, and Mr. Husband is getting ready to leave work and come home, and we have a couple things to do. But before I let you go, I'm going to do your oracles. I think I got everybody. I think. I'm sure I'll get yelled at if I didn't. Y'all peeing in the pool. You know that old joke? Sometimes I laugh so hard, tears run down my leg. Boy, we're just gross. All right. Yeah, catch it in your socks, Dumpling. There you go. All right. All right, let's do your oracles. I know, it's a quick show. I already messed up the timing today. We're all off balance, which is funny. I just looked down at the chakra oracle. It says balance yourself. Well, I messed that up today. We'll do those in a second. All right, let's start here. Angel of Abundance. This could be anything that you want of abundance. Okay, it could be money, spirituality, whatever it is. I think we've had this card before, but great advice today. Hopefully that will focus in. If it doesn't, it says declutter. You'll feel better and more focused if you'll take the time to clear away clutter from your living and workspace. Donate what you can to help others who may need your items. Be sure to keep your schedule uncluttered as well. Well, I messed up my schedule today, but you know. But it makes a lot of sense to me because we are decluttering and purging because of the move and all that. And donating things that we can to people who could use them. Makes sense. So declutter. Let's check out our Archangel today. Oh, she's so pretty. I think we've had her before. I got fleas or something. I got an itch. Wings. She's going to stand back here, scratch my back or something. Archangel Amethyst. Isn't she pretty? We got to love our amethyst protectors. It says, purify your life with love. Prepare for something better. I know what it is. It's my tag. I'm going to have to rip that sucker out. Stop messing with it. Ugh. All right. Prepare for something better. Well, I am. That goes with my declutter. I'm decluttering to prepare for something better. All right. So let's just do a little smidgen of what this says because I could be reading this book all day. Let's see. Amethyst is divine feminine energy. So we know that. So she's the violet light with the pink of love and soft white, and she heals as she transmutes lower energies. Oh, that's good. Let's see. She shares her etheric retreat above Cuba. Cuba? Okay. With Archangel Zadkiel. Zadkiel? These names, I'm telling you. And from here, they are coordinating a massive clearance project so that we can all move smoothly into the new golden age. So apparently Amethyst, well, we know she's about protection, but purifying things and decluttering too. I guess she's a decluttering angel. Okay. Everybody's purging stuff today. All right, let's do Sacred Forest. Today is Pine Spirit. Isn't she pretty? Look at that pretty little fairy. I think she's pretty. But it means purification. We've been doing a whole lot of that. I told you all these cards. All right. It just means let go of the old, discarded, and unused. Purify and cleanse and clear your home, your body, and your life. Release whatever doesn't serve or support you. Take time for a total purification. You'll feel brighter and also be a clearer channel for the light. Well, apparently they're putting us to work and we're going to have to clean. Okay. Let's see what your chakra oracles are and then I'll turn you loose. You ready? All right, I showed you the first one. It's about balance. Make sure everything in your life is balanced out. Your physical stuff, job, work, family. I know it's easier said than done, but according to all these cards, if we declutter our lives and whatever that means to you, it helps bring balance as well, especially up here. And if you guys have got as much spiritual brain fog as some of us other ones, you need it. So the other two are a little bit warning about how other people may tend to feel, that I don't want you to feel this way either. Remember, we've had the victim card before. Don't play the victim. Oh, woe is me. And don't make anybody else feel like a victim, okay? All right. Mean old dragon in the back. Gonna try to take the squirrel's nut. No, don't be a victim. And don't make somebody else feel that way. Your final card today is about the insecurities The energy around if you feel insecure or somebody's making you feel insecure, don't hold on to that energy. Get rid of that, because that's just the bad dude sitting there just yapping his jaws off. No, tell him to get out. Be secure in who you are. And don't make somebody else feel insecure about themselves either. Okay? So tell that dude to go away. Tell that mean old dragon to go away too. We've got good dragons and bad dragons. You guys know that. So let's work on not feeling like the victim, not feeling insecure. Know who you are. Balance, balance, balance. Okay? All right. I think that's it. I guess that's it. Wednesday show at 1, I have no reason to change the time, is our next round table. And it's going to be, I think it's going to be our last for just a couple of weeks at least. Things are really busy. I know, bless Rocco's heart, I don't expect him to do any kind of homework and digging down rabbit holes because he's busy digging his own holes for his deck. So, Rocco, if you're listening, honey, don't feel like you've got to do it. I still want you to join us because I like to pick your brain. Okay? But we will be talking about the Mayans, the Incas, the Aztecs, that kind of area. I know we talked about they're a little bit everywhere, but we will just bring what we know about the temples, the sites, history that we know, maybe a little of the Mayan calendar and how they came up with that. That's a whole other rabbit hole itself. And then we may take a break for a couple of weeks on a Wednesday. I know there's a lot going on with a lot of different people, and we're creeping into summertime. People are going on vacation. Kids are getting out of school, that kind of thing. So I think we'll do this week, and then we take a couple of weeks off. Okie dokie. So I will see you Wednesday for the round table, hopefully. That way you guys can have a great conversation in the chat and see what kind of information you get out of it. But I hope you'll join us. Other than that, enjoy the rest of your Monday. I'm sorry I threw your schedule off today, but at least we got to do it. I didn't cancel it. I didn't want to. I just had to take care of some stuff. Okay? Time off, Deb, honey. I'll take time off if I need to, but I'm trying not to. I want to try to keep a pretty steady schedule through June, because there's going to be parts in July where I'm not going to be able to do a show for at least a week, if not more, because of the move. So I want to try to stay, as diligent as I can about my shows up until that point. I don't want you to forget about me. And July, I should be settled into the new place by the time, guess what? Drum roll, please. You probably don't remember the first date of our show, this show. We've come a long way. July 19th is our 1-year anniversary. It's coming up fast. Maybe we'll have virtual cake. All right. Time off for good behavior. Well, if that's the case, I'll never get time off. All right. All right. Can never be forgotten. That's because I'm like that gnat yapping in your ear all the time. Hey, Deb. Hey, Deb. Hey, Deb. No, that was not an insult, Sprig. Okay. All right. Lee's on his way home from work. Youngins are outside playing and probably tearing up my yard. And I was just told to come to my show, and I'm still babysitting George. It's my job. Y'all enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you Wednesday, 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Love and lights and when you need it. I love you, and I will talk to you soon. Okay? All right. Love you guys. Blessings, blessings. Have a good day.